Well, 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 look at all the long faces. Look at all the long faces. Huh? What's the matter? You mad Hitler's back in office? Won in a landslide. The kind of landslide they had in North Carolina you didn't do shit about. That kind of landslide. He smoked her. She won one state. What state was that, anyways? She didn't even win that. I thought she won, like, what is it, Samoa? American Samoa? Is that a state? What is that, a village? Doesn't Sandals have a resort down in American Samoa? That's right, he won big. And we want to thank you, the press, for helping him. Because every time you opened your dirty fish holes, his numbers went up and up and up. This is a fantastic night. Somebody just saw Kamala, by the way, heading to the ladies' room with a pack of razor blades. I couldn't be happier. Probably for her legs. But anyways, Trump is president again. He's gonna make America great again and start by cleaning house here. You're all fired. Get out. You think I'm kidding? Get out!
It's freedom, baby, yeah!
Yeah, excuse me, here we go already, huh? Four cigarettes for breakfast? Excuse me? All right. Yeah, baby. Hey, first of all, happy Veterans Day to all people who served in the military, who are serving now, alive, dead, all of them. Dallas, our producer, couple tours over there. Happy Veterans Day. I used to mix them up too. I got to be honest with you. Memorial Day, I forgot was for the ones who lost their lives and stuff. And to me, they're all heroes, except for the chicks. But listen, what? That's a joke. Got more balls than I'll ever have. Literally, have you seen some of these girls? Yummy, yummy, yum, yum, yum. So yes, happy Veterans Day, and a lot has happened, folks, since I last been with you. You probably watched me on Crowder. What a glorious evening that was. And by the way, Crowder, if you don't know, his company spends hundreds of thousands of dollars to get the same data as the Fox News channel, CNN, CBS, and they get the same data. Only Mr. Crowder had a couple of data engineers analyzing it so they wouldn't release anything saying this state is won until they knew for sure. And they were still an hour ahead of CNN and a bunch of big stations as far as, releasing information which states were in and which weren't. They beat them to the punch. And that's why you should consider, seriously, watching that Louder with Crowder. It was so goddamn fun getting drunk and watching that fucking slaughter. And it's all you can call it. And it rightfully so. Trump got the most, as far as popular vote in the history of Republicans, the biggest popular vote surge numbers ever. And we got a lot of young colored kids. Got the coloreds. And the broads. The chinks. Can I say that? Beginning of the show? I don't know. He went up in all demographics, gained in suburban women, black men, Hispanics went huge because they're working class. And the great Colin Quinn has been screaming that forever to get them on the Republican side. He went up in all demographics. Isn't that funny? So Hitler, Mr. Racist, Misogynist Pig, is better at being inclusive and bringing people together than the Democrats will ever be. It's a watershed moment. And I said this on Twitter.
You and I and the rank and file people on the right, traditionalists, whatever you want to call us, we have a mandate to be politically incorrect. Now, when I say that, that doesn't mean you go and be an asshole. It means do what you've been doing, telling the truth, because to the left and the media, that's politically incorrect. But now you have a right to scream it from the highest mountain, and don't be shy about it. Throw it right back in their face when they start with their horse shit, because everything they've believed in the last 60 years was dissolved in one night, in my opinion. Because this just didn't happen when Trump showed up 8 years ago. This has been building forever. And their Super Bowl, their wet dream of a woman of color against an old rich white guy, if it was a heavyweight fight, it would have been called 30 seconds into it. Let that sink in. And it's not, the important thing is the people on the left, they're taking it very well, aren't they? Have you been on the internet watching the ugliest liberal women going, we're not going to have sex with men? Really? That's the punishment? What else are you going to do? Drop $200,000 in my 401k this week? You fat bucks. Look at you. I mean, just as ugly as the day is long. And you go, Nick, why do you have to go there? Because to me, it has to do with everything. They are bitter at the United States because they don't fit into the mainstream. Plus models didn't work. What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Look at your average feminist. Hiya, hooah. Just bitter, envious, and it all spilled out. And I'm still hard. Unfortunately, I was hard all week, but I was by myself in hotel rooms. And just too tired. I'm past that. As Robert Klein said, even my hand isn't interested anymore. And that's another thing. Thank you guys. Ottumwa, Iowa. Let me tell you, I love playing those joints. This time was, an hour and a half from the Des Moines airport. Des Moines, however you say it. Des Moines. There's a guy I went to school with, Des Moines. Yeah, what is it?
Des Moines.
I was in Des Moines, Los Des Moines. And Des Moines airport. It's an hour and a half from, and the people couldn't have been sweeter, nicer. And the people that came out, people paid extra to do a meet and greet. They couldn't have been better. They loved the show. And then there's a bar at the hotel at the Cobblestone. I want to thank the manager, Michelle, I think this lady's name was, and everybody that worked there couldn't have been more gracious. They kept it open for me. I mean, of course they benefit because she even said, the reason we're still busy is because you're in town, Imagine if you had imagine if I had sold out. But it was so funny. I walk into the bar afterwards, not thinking. I thought it would be people who didn't go to the show. And the whole place starts cheering. It was like when Henry Hill came down the steps as a kid. Hey, you broke your cherry. Fucking food was amazing. I tried a beer, it was one of their, and I said to her, I'm not a craft beer guy. I said, I don't give it, she goes, you have to try just for the name. I go, what's the name? She goes, Red Zeppelin. I'm like, give it to me. Dallas, I'm going to get it mailed to us or something. I'm not one of those guys, but she goes, and she said, she goes, I use you think I was an alcohol. I go, she goes, there's no aftertaste. I go, isn't that called a clean finish? Right? Clean, and that's exactly what it was. It had that bready, hoppy, what I love in a beer. I love that bread. It's like eating bread almost. But there was no after. It was clean and... Yeah, Dallas just wiped his chest over there with a dirty sock. Dallas knows his beer. It was delicious to the point where I'm going to get it fucking mailed to me. Honest to God, anyhow, and the food, steaks, and it was just... And just sitting there amongst the people after the show at the bar. I mean, it was fantastic. I can't thank you people enough for that. I took 2 Advil PM last night at about 11:30. I thinking they were going to knock me out at 12:30. It's 10:01. I'm still on my phone looking at shit. So that's why I'll forget whole segments of this show. But anyhow, great weekend as far as that goes. Got my dad's... dog tags. I was going to say toe tags. What the fuck?
One of them is.
You don't get a toe tag, do you, when you're in the nursing home? You get a paper tag. Anyhow, again, happy Veterans Day. Let's get on with it, right? Did you like the cold open? Me as the press secretary for Donald Trump? We shot that. Let me explain real quick. if I can blow my own horn, we recorded that about 3 weeks ago when, 3 weeks before the election. We didn't know how it turned out, just in case. And now I ad-libbed all that. I said, just fire the questions at me and let me do what I do. And we did a whole bunch of them. And I think some of them might still be relevant. They'll release them on X. But Crowder's crew did such a great job. And I like fucking the feel of standing there with a cigarette in front of the... I should send that clip to my friend Dana Perino and go, this is how it's done. And she'll go, well, what did you do? I'll say, I thought of you and said, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to be an asshole. All right, let's move on. On Veterans Day, Semper Fi, baby. My old man was a Marine. Didn't see action. It was darn... Wonder why. He weighs 109. Doesn't he? Why did they put that blush on people in those pictures back then? The fuck are you doing? He's a Marine, not a Rockette. Next picture. I want to rip through this because we got a lot to talk. Look, there's my dad. You believe this guy actually boxed while he was there too? Some guy, real quick story. He was on a train with some guy, and some other drunk guy saw an army guy's coat left on, and he peed on it because he was drunk. And the guy came back, and it was like a black drill sergeant from the army, like 6'3", 240. So my father had to fucking kind of step in and try to fight. Anyways, go ahead. That's me yesterday. Look how long his arms are. That's me, man. I got my dad's arms and shit. And there he is, where he actually looks like a Marine. He's got the hands behind the back. That was Camp Lejeune, I believe. There we are, real quick. This is as close as I came to action when we went over to Afghanistan. Artie Lang and Gary Delabate and David Tell and the great Jim Florentine, and they shoved us in a bunker in between shows because the alarms went off. The guy came in after like an hour and said, that's about 6 miles away. Oh, in that case, fuck it. Let us get out there. We're in there going, nah. Tell's happy about it because look at him. He looks like a terrorist from the Middle East. All right. And there is me in front of one of those drones that were kind of new at the time. Doesn't it look like an American Airlines Flight 401 with a couple of female soldiers who were great. The one on the tall... Anyway, go ahead. And there, I don't know who this guy is. I had to look at this for 20 minutes, and I go, Jesus Christ. And then Dallas goes, that's me, you moron. Look at Dallas. And he looks good bald. Dude, you do. I'm not just saying that. It looks like you have a lot of brains, which is deceiving. Listen. No, that's that. Doesn't he look like an astronaut? You got that astronaut face in front of a C-17, as he says. That's a big cargo. Where is this, Dallas, real quick?
Coast Guard Pass in Afghanistan.
Now, wait a minute. I thought I saw you doing that on the rocks down here in Richmond Hill. That's where again?
The Coast Guard Pass in Afghanistan.
Jesus. Look at that. That's a great pic, man. And there are real soldiers right there. That's Dallas, you're on the left.
Yep, that's
right?
My mortar platoon.
At the mortar platoon. And those are the pro. Hey, where's that?
That's on our the forward operating base, FOB Gardez. FOB Lightning in Gardez.
Folks, FOB is forward operating. But they sent us out to tell jokes at a forward operating. And the guy goes to me, really? And I'm not kidding you. He goes to me, I go, what does that mean for? He goes, where we're going, the purpose of that being out there is to draw enemy fire. I go, well, great. Great. We're out there, it's 100 and fucking, literally 15, telling jokes to 60. So I go, we flew across the planet to find 60 guys out there. It was so good. Anyways, those are real soldiers, and here's the backup unit. There you go. That's why we're in deep shit. Artie Lang, that's the colonel. Artie, that's me with a faggy white shirt on. David Tell, terrorist. The black dude on the, what's TF, do you know? I forget. What is it? Task Force. There you go. You guys and your fucking acronyms. And the guy on the left is the guy, when I got in the helicopter, we're up there, he said, you want to shoot he was the gunner guy. We're up there and he goes, come here. So he lets me, his last name is White, by the way, I still remember. Yep. And I'm shooting at a fucking, from the helicopter. I have that video. Why I haven't showed it on the show yet. And I'm shooting into the side of a hill. And like I said, we landed like an hour later, and I see him getting sternly talked to by somebody, a superior. Turns out we were still in friendly area. I probably picked off a couple of people at a motel. Yeah, I think. Anyways, and there's Dallas bartending here in Savannah. He's got a place called Sergeant's.
And that was in northern Iraq as a contractor.
As a contractor. So Dallas is the real deal. Big day for him. All right, so that's tribute. God bless you, people. I really forget how to do this. Next story? Let's move on to Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. Oh, this is Semper Fi still, right? Yeah. That's the wife, Nikki Haley's sister, Betty. Betty Haley? What? VP-elect J.D. Vance, who is the first Marine to become a vice president. That's pretty surprising, isn't it? Man, does he look different there. Yeah. Fucking good-looking, smart. Who's the first Marine to become vice president on Sunday, wished his fellow devil dogs, those are Marines, folks, a happy 249th birth. Ooh, next year's the big one?
For Marines, yep.
Holy fuck.
And then the following summer, we turned 250.
It's that, you guys are pretty close.
Well, no, I'm
what?
saying the country.
Oh, the country.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, fuck the country. It's all broken up. 249th birthday of the United States Marine Corps. Vance is 40 years old, served as an enlisted combat correspondent in the Marine Corps from 2003 to 2007. He left the Corps as an E5, which you know what that means, right, folks? Error on the third baseman. What is E5? Enlisted something?
Sergeant.
That means sergeant?
Sergeant, yeah.
Okay, why don't they just say that? I'm retarded. Anyways, there he is. And man, I already have faith if he had to replace Trump. And the way the left's taking it, that could be a fucking possibility. But God bless him.
He was the best guy around.
Anyways, to you media people out there.
Furthermore, you can all go fuck yourselves.
He deployed to Iraq for 6 months and was awarded the Marine Corps Good Conduct Medal, Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal, Iraq Campaign Medal, Sea Service Deployment Ribbon, Global War on Terrorism, and the National Defense Service Medal and Silver Glove for shortstops in the military.
Cy Young Award.
In the Cy Young Award. 20-3 that year. According to military.com, the last enlisted VP was Al Gore, who served in the Army. It's the only thing he ever did that I like. Vance wrote in his memoir, Hillbilly Elegy, and if you haven't seen that or read it, watch it. It was so good. The Marine Corps demanded that I think strategically about these decisions, and then it taught me how to do so. When I joined the Marine Corps, he said, I did so in part because I wasn't ready for adulthood. This kind of bummed me out. I didn't know how to balance a checkbook. You're looking at him. Actually, I did. That's the last time I did book work. It was when you balance your checkbook with a pen. Seriously. Much less how to complete the financial aid forms for college, he said. Now I knew exactly what I wanted out of my life and how to get there, and that was to beat a woman of color. What? No. He said, my dad said it too, though. My dad said, he went in a kid, came out a fucking man, so.
You gotta grow up.
And I'm like, no, I don't.
You're not a kid anymore.
Yeah, I am.
You hear me? You gotta grow up.
It's my mom, Zeddy. You gotta grow up. And I go, I'm learning the first 8 notes to fucking Bohemian Rhapsody. Anyhow, So wasn't it great, folks? Did you enjoy election night? Dallas stumbled over a great visual. The left, I honestly, God, I'm saying this, I think I could go on and debate anybody, and anybody could that follows this like you and I do. I really think I could go on MSNBC tonight or whatever. It's too bad Jesse didn't have me on now when I had a ton to say, because it's so easy to me. All the lies have been proven. They're all at the top of mind. They're top of mind. But it was such a sound victory, and it confirmed everything you and I believe in and everything those jerk-offs don't. It's very easy to debate anybody. And boy, are they not taking it well. Elon Musk had a great thing. He said, for those of you shocked at the results of the election, start getting your information from other sources. And what you know what? It's X now. This is why this guy's, everything he touches turns to gold. Twitter has never been bigger. Isn't it funny when you open it up to all the people, how that works? But here's a map that Dallas found. States Harris won versus the ID. In other words, the states that she won, Washington, again, West Coast stupid, Washington, Oregon, California, you don't have to show an ID. Isn't that funny? All the places where you don't have to prove you're a citizen, she won. Okay, back again, please. Go ahead, give me the close-up. Colorado, no ID. New Mexico. My eyes are so bad. I'm like, what's New Hampshire doing on the Colorado? No ID. Illinois, no ID. These are the ones she won. Minnesota, who would have guessed? Virginia, New York, and all of New England. You so-called elites on both coasts. Think about that. The jerk-offs that tell you and I how to live, who hate us, literally, on both coasts. The majority of them voted in a place where they didn't need an ID, and she won because it's the only way you could win. I've been saying this before I knew anything about politics. If the fucking Dems didn't have the mainstream media as a propaganda arm, they would never win an election. I've been saying that forever. And then I hear somebody on TV on a talk show who gets paid millions of dollars saying it. And I'm like, what did I do? I'm pretty good at this shit. Son of a bitch. So anyways, hey, for those of you guys right now on Mug Club, stick around for the second half of the show, okay? It's going to change. There's some changes. I don't have the exact copy yet, okay? But there's going to be no more Mug Club. They're going to become part of Rumble Premium. So in other words, when you get Rumble Premium, you'll pay one price, whatever it is, $89, whatever it is. You're going to get everything on Rumble. You understand that? My show, Crowder's show, everything. I mean, you'll be set for life to debate anybody or to follow this stuff. They haven't, like I said, I don't have the exact copies. They're making the changes right now. But eventually you'll be able to click on a Rumble button or something and you'll get all that. In the meantime, do what you've been doing. And when you're at nickdip.com, you'll get the rest of my show and crowd, whatever. You can click on the tour button. I got one. Do you guys know how happy I feel? And it's not because I hate comedy. I'm not a good traveler anymore. I was telling Dallas, when you're young, you're out there, you're chasing broads, you're dropping acid, you're chasing goats in a tumbler. But I'm not a good traveler anymore. And I felt like I was out there for a month. I'm sorry. I don't have the energy, and I'm married, have to behave. It's really boring. What? Why you? But anyways, February 20th, that's of 2025. This February, Bricktown Comedy Club in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I've heard nothing but good things about it, and can't wait to do that. Also, second half of this show, I'm going to tell you, unless you might have already seen it, shocking on X, which is the new media, by the way, which formerly Twitter. These liberal women who are the most insane, probably white suburban women for the most part, even though Trump picked up more even in that cuckoo category. But progressive women who are just the angry, and I'll say it again, Gloria Steinem and the feminist movement turned you guys into the grossest, nastiest, cold people, and you're angry at them, but you don't even know it. You're taking it out on men. Anyways, those pigs, the real ugly ones, the purple-haired ones and the green teeth and the fucking nipples, with 9 nipples. Well, yeah, a lot of them have nipples on their neck and their back. They got a meme going right now, and it's based on this woman back in Italy or Sicily back in the day. But it encourages poisoning your husband because he voted the other way. So, I can imagine if somebody on the right said, hey, guess what? You know what? That hashtag Me Too, forget all that. They're open season, guys. Go get them. It's the equivalent of that. Is anybody going to get called on that? Or could they encourage? Because I can't encourage violence on Twitter. And believe me, I've tried. Those pigeons keep shitting on my car. So I'll tell you about that story. It'll make you fucking angry.
Hi, good night, everybody.